Shabbat service. Erev Tov and welcome. Rabbi Sam Stern of Temple Beth Shalom, and I invite you to, in honor of the waning hour of Shabbat, please silence your devices. Tonight, as the sun sets and Shabbat draws to a close, we gather for a service that begins at Ashrei and ends with Havdalah. Between those bookends of sacred time, we will witness something extraordinary. Norah Magee taking her place as a bat mitzvah, a daughter of our people's covenant. Becoming bat mitzvah is not only about chanting from the Torah, though Norah will do that beautifully tonight. It's about stepping into Jewish responsibility, claiming one's voice in the covenant of our people, and choosing to walk a Jewish path with pride. Norah has prepared for this moment with focus, with resilience, and with a sense of connection to her family, her community, and her tradition. This evening, we celebrate her growth, not just as a student of Torah, but as a young woman who has taken on the challenge of learning, showing up, and making Judaism her own. We are proud of the work she's done, and we're even more excited for the Jewish journey that continues from this night forward. So as we move together from Mincha through to Havdalah, let us hold Norah in blessing. May her light shine brightly in our community. May her Jewish commitments deepen and strengthen with each year. And may she know that she carries with her not only the words of Torah, but the love and pride of all of us who celebrate with her tonight. We begin our service on page 338 with Ashrei. Now to please turn to page 344 for our tefillah for this afternoon. And if you are able to rise, I ask that you please rise at this time for the Amidah. Adonai sifatai tiftach uv'yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Konei HaKol, Ve'Zocher זוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממיט ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. נקדש את שמך בעולם, ששם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו
Rabbi Steele's on.
בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. I invite you to continue the remainder of your Amidah silently and to be seated when you have finished your prayer. As we prepare to enter our Torah service this afternoon, first I want to invite up some people. I want to first invite up Norah's grandparents, Alan and Marilyn, who will be involved in passing the Torah this afternoon. When we remove the Torah from the ark, we will remove it and pass it to her grandfather, Alan Parker, who will pass it to her grandmother, Marilyn Parker, who will pass it to her mom, Haley, who will then pass it to Norah. And that will be our chain of transmission this morning. I am also honored to invite up Powell and Zoe Patillo, who will be our ARC openers this afternoon. I invite you all to turn to page 362 in your Siddur if you wish to follow along with Seder Kriyat Torah LeShabbat, our service for the reading of the Torah on Shabbat. And of course, I invite you to please rise if you are able.
Ein kamocha va'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kemasecha, malchutecha, malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yiten. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim eitiva v'rtzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim. Ki vecha levad batachnu, melech el ram v'nicha Adon olamim. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai Iti Uneromema Shemo Yachdav. Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. Lecha Adonai amar lecha תמיד נעשה לכל ראש. רוממו אדוני
Our Torah portion this afternoon comes from Parashat Shoftim, from the beginning of Parashat Shoftim. If you have blue and red Torah commentaries in front of you, you can find it at Deuteronomy 16, verses 18 through 20, is what Norah will be chanting for us, and then reciting the English, reading the English translation of it to us as well. And now, if you will, start with our blessings. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamra Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai
Baruch Shemo.
noten haTorah.
Amen.
Shoftim v'shotrim zitan laha v'hol she'areha asher Adonai Elohecha noten lecha lishvateha v'shavtu et ha'am mishpat tzedek lo teteh mishpat lo tekir panim v'lo tikah shohad ki hashohad ya'ver enei ha'hamim v'salef divrei tzadikim tzedek tzedek tirdof la'man tihyeh v'yorashta et ha'aretz asher Adonai Elohecha noten la.
Amen. Yasher Koach. Okay, now will you do the blessing after the Torah reading?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayeh olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Hu
noten
Shemo.
haTorah.
Amen. And the English translation of the Torah.
You shall appoint magistrates and officials for your tribes in all the settlements that the Eternal your God is giving you, and they shall govern the people with due justice. You shall not judge unfairly. You shall show no particularity. You shall not take bribes, for bribes blind the eyes of the discerning and upset the plea of the just. Justice shall you pursue, that you may thrive and occupy the land that the Eternal your God is giving you.
Shkoya, thank you so much. And you can take a seat for a moment. Indeed, we thank Norah for chanting the Torah for us so beautifully this evening. And while we are in the presence of our Torah, we offer blessings for healing. You can turn to page 371 in your prayer book for these prayers for healing. In our own community, we're thinking of Doris Alexander, Margaret Ashworth, Shirley Bauer, Pauline Beatty, Isaac Dodson, Seth Gallitzer, Norman Garfield, Sonia Goodman, Bob Harms, Laura Helrich, Rachel Harold, Brady Heights, Paul Hinkle, Sidney Califf, Jan Kulik, Vivian Parker, Lupe Perez, Roxy Reading, Marie Ruby, Stephen Paula Shatera, Howard Schwartz, Joe Scraper, Ted Stempfel, Lynn Van Buren, and Tim Yoho. If at this time you are thinking of someone in need of healing and wish to share your prayers with the communities in the presence of our Torah, I invite you to do so as my eyes meet yours. It might be a little cacophonous. Thankfully, there are many of us here this afternoon. And if you're joining us on Zoom, please add their names in the chat. We turn to page 371 to offer Mishaberach Lecholim, our prayers for healing, first chanted by me at the top of the page, then sung by all of us in the middle of the page. Misha berach avotenu vimotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Zar Rivka Rachel v'Leahu v'rechet hacholim shalanu Hakadosh Baruch Hu yimalei rachamim aleihem lahaklimam urapotam ulachachazikam v'yishlach lehem mehera refuah shlema min hashamayim refuat hanefesh urefuat haguf hashta bagala v'zmahan kariv ben omar amen. Before we can lift our Torah for all to see and, of course, dress it again, I have to invite up, it's my honor to invite up, Adam Parker for the lifting of the Torah, and Carolyn Schwartz and Tamara Theodore for the dressing of the Torah. Ya'amdu hamagbiya v'hagolelot. Please rise for the lifting of the Torah. Good.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai, yai lai, yai lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai, yai lai, yai lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai, yai lai, yai lai.
Please be seated. Thank you. now that our Torah is set up nicely for us, it is time for us to continue with our Haftarah. You can find the blessings for the Haftarah on page 372. And it is my pleasure to invite Norah back up to offer her Haftarah blessings, her Haftarah, which she will offer read. She will read the blessings for you and then read the Hebrew and English in interlinear translation. The Haftarah is from Isaiah 52, verses 6 through 8.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar bin v'im tovim, v'ratzah b'divrehem, hine emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai, habeher b'Torah u'v'moshe avdo u'v'Yisrael amo, u'v'in v'yeh ha'emet v'tzedek. Lahen yeda ami shmi, lahen be'om hahu ki ani hu hamdaber hineni. Assuredly my people shall learn my name. Assuredly they shall learn on that day that I, the one who promised, am now at hand. Ma navu al heharim raglei mavaser, mashmiya shalom mavaser tov, mashmiya Yeshua amer Mitzion malach Elohai. How welcome on the mountain are the footsteps of the herald, announcing happiness, heralding good fortune, announcing victory, telling Zion your God reigns. Ko sofaik nasu ko yakdav yiminenu ki ayin ba'ayin iru b'shuv Adonai Sion. Hark! Your lookouts raise their voices, as one they shout for joy, for every eye shall behold God's return to Zion.
Yasher Koach. That is indeed a terrific prophetic portion. And now for our blessings, again on page 372, after the Haftarah reading.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Surah kol ha'olamim, Sadiq behol hadarot ha'el haneh eman, ha'omer v'oseh hamdiber kayim, shekol devarav emet v'tzedek. Al haTorah v'al ha'avodah v'al hanvi'im v'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha v'limnoha lehavod uftifaret. Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu nafnu modim la varhim ota yibra shimha bifi kol hai tamid le'elam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabbat.
Amen. Yasher Koach. And now, I am most excited for this part, if I must be honest, because now we will hear words of Torah from our bat mitzvah, Norah Magee. I will hand this over to you.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Norah Magee, and today I'm reading from Parashat Shoftim, which opens up with a powerful command. You shall appoint judges. They shall govern the people with due justice. Justice, justice shall you pursue. That last line, Tzedek, Tzedek, Tirdof, is one of the most famous lines in the Torah. It means justice isn't something that happens on its own. We have to chase it. We have to care enough to do something even when it's hard. These words feel especially meaningful to me because fairness is one of the values I try to live by. I think that the most important qualities in a Jewish adult are responsibility, kindness, and standing up for others. Those values come straight out of this portion. I feel that I show responsibility in a Jewish way by coming to Shabbat services. My favorite part of Shabbat was getting to come on the Bima for Challah blessing. A way that I have known kindness is by bringing tzedakah money and donating to good causes. One of my favorite causes is helping Hands Humane Society. I plan to stand up for others in the future by helping out the less fortunate. One thing I noticed in these verses is that judges are told not to take bribes or show favoritism. That might seem obvious, but it's not always easy. In school, for example, it and can be tempting to side with your friends, even when you know someone else is right, or to ignore something unfair because you don't want to get involved. But Torah doesn't let us get off the hook. It says you must do what's right, not what's easy. As I've studied this portion, I've been thinking about the kind of person I want to be, not just today as we become about Mitzvah, but as I continue to grow up. I want to be someone who notices when people are left out, who speaks up for others when something feels wrong, and who works to make things better even in small ways. For example, I care a lot about animals. I believe justice not only applies to people, but how we treat the world around us. We are encouraged by Torah to be good caretakers of the earth and its creatures, whether it's volunteering, donating, or just paying attention to those who are hurting. Pursuing justice means taking every chance to help. I've done this by going to Helping Hands and reading to the animals with my Girl Scout troop. We also made cat toys to donate and sponsored the adoption fee for a dog. Becoming a bat mitzvah doesn't mean I have all the answers, but it does mean I'm ready to start asking bigger questions and making Jewish values part of how I live every day. And justice, tzedek, is a value I'll keep chasing. Thank you to my parents, my nanny and papa, unfortunately to my brother, and Rabbi Stern, my teachers at school and religious school, my family and friends, and to this community for helping me get to this moment. Thank you for believing in me, teaching me, and showing me what it looks like to live a Jewish life. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Norah. We appreciate so much those words of Torah, and now we shift to showing our appreciation for how you have led us in chanting Torah this afternoon and in teaching us Torah as well. And we begin with your mom, Haley, who's going to share a special message.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
First, I want to thank all of you for being here today to celebrate this incredible milestone in Norah's life. This room is filled with people who have cheered her on, guided her, and loved her, sometimes in person, sometimes from afar. And it means so much to our family to have you here. I would like to thank Rabbi Stern for working with Norah and for guiding her on this journey. Also, a huge thank you to our religious school staff for providing a rich Jewish foundation for Norah to grow from. And to our entire Jewish community here at Temple Beth Shalom, thank you for embracing our family and being such an amazing part of our lives. I would also like to say a huge thank you to my parents, Marilyn and Alan Parker, also known as Nanny and Papa, for your unwavering support. None of this would be possible without you. You have played a major role in Norah's life from day one, and we are so grateful to have you close by and part of our daily lives. We love you. Norah? Today, you're standing here as a bat mitzvah, and I could not be prouder. This moment did not happen overnight. It's been the result of years of learning, growing, and let's be honest, nudging you to practice. Just one more time. Life has thrown you more than your fair share of challenges. There were moments when the journey felt steep, but you've met every obstacle with determination, creativity, and courage. You've proven that strength isn't just about pushing through, it's about trying your best, even when things are difficult. One of the things that I admire most about you is your empathy. You don't just see people, you notice them, you listen, you care, and you do something about it. Your decision to give back and help other kids, even as you celebrate your own big day, says everything about who you are. Norah? I am so incredibly proud of you for all of the growth and maturity that I've seen from you. It makes me sad, but you are not my little girl anymore. You are a smart, talented, and gifted young lady now. You have so much potential to do big and bright things in your future. It gives me so much excitement to watch you continue your journey. Becoming a bat mitzvah means stepping into a bigger role in our community and taking responsibility for the values that we all live by. It's more than reading from the Torah or leading a prayer. It's about choosing the kind of person you want to be every single day. It's about showing kindness even when it's not convenient. It's about speaking up when something isn't right, even if your voice is quiet. It's about being the person who notices when someone is left out and making space for them at the table. In Jewish tradition, turning 13 doesn't mean you suddenly have all the answers. Although, Norah, I know there are some days you think you might. It means you're now old enough to take ownership of your choices, to decide what you stand for, and to live in a way that reflects those values. And Norah, you've already been doing that. The way you care for your friends, the way you show patience when teaching someone something new, the way you give back, not because you have to, but because you want to. Those are all signs that you're already embracing what it means to be a bat mitzvah. So today, as we watched you read from the Torah and step into this new chapter, our hearts are overflowing. You are strong, you are kind, you are funny, you are brave, and you are deeply, deeply loved. I cannot wait to see where your path takes you, knowing you'll walk it with integrity, compassion, and maybe just a little bit of sass. Mazel tov, Norah. I am so incredibly proud of you, and I love you so much.
Thank you. And now we have a gift for you, Norah, on behalf of our congregation. It's my honor to invite Melissa Householder, our president, up to offer this gift.
Norah, today you stand on our bima as a bat mitzvah, claiming your place in the chain of Jewish tradition. On behalf of Temple Beth Shalom, it is my honor to present you with this Kiddush cup. Each Shabbat and holiday, when you lift this cup to make Kiddush, may you be reminded that you are part of the story much larger than yourself. The story of our people who have cherished these blessings for generations. May this cup hold not only wine or juice, but also the sweetness of Torah, the strength of family, and the joy of community. May it remind you that wherever life takes you, you have a place here in this congregation and among the Jewish people. Mazel tov, we are so proud of you.
And now we also have a presentation from the head of our religious school, Lori McKinnon.
I just want to say, I knew she was going to knock it out of the park. She was so good. And I just want you to know that I have loved being your teacher. And I think you are so strong and you are so creative. You're a true original. Don't ever change that about yourself. And I think you are just going to have the most brilliant, brilliant life. So I'm so happy to offer you the JPS Tanakh, because this is just the beginning of all your learning. You may have escaped me for now, but seriously, thank you. I love you. You are just the best. So, thank you.
And now, last but not least, it's my turn to offer a blessing. So I'll ask Norah to come join me up here. There's also, she gets something from me too. It's a certificate saying that she was called to the Torah on this day. Norah, this evening, you stand before, you can stand up on this if you want. There you go. You stand before this congregation, before your family and friends, before the Torah of our people, and before God. You have joined the chain of Jewish generations who have carried our covenant with courage and with love. The psalmist teaches, Zeh hayom asa Adonai nagila v'nismach bo. This is the day that God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is your day, Norah, a day carved into the story of your life and into the story of our people. You have taken your place as Bat Mitzvah, daughter of the commandments, and in doing so, you remind us all that Judaism doesn't belong only to the past. It belongs to the future you now help to shape. May you carry Torah not just in your arms, but in your heart. May the blessings of our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah, and all who came before, rest upon you. May you bring strength to your family, joy to your community, and pride to the Jewish people. And may the light that we will soon ignite of tonight's Havdalah candle, the flame that blends many colors into one strong flame, be a symbol for your life. May you weave together your gifts, your spirit, and your Jewish identity into a flame that warms and illuminates the world. Norah, we bless you with the ancient words of our tradition. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerech, Ya'er Adonai panav elech v'chunech, Yisa Adonai panav elech v'yasem lech shalom. May God bless you and guard you. May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you. May God lift up God's face to you and grant you peace. And let us all say, Amen. And now, Norah, I'm pleased to present you with your certificate. So in case anyone says, did you become Bat Mitzvah in front of a congregation? You can say, yes, here is my proof that I became Bat Mitzvah on such and such day in front of Temple Beth Shalom in Topeka, Kansas. Yasher Koach.
Thank you.
You may take a seat. And now, while all of this is exceedingly lovely, and while we enjoy very much all of the opportunity, there'll be more opportunity after we conclude our service, after we return our Torah, to celebrate Norah after our service is concluded. For now, I invite you to turn to page 374 in your book, and I invite both Max Magee and Norah to help open the ark, brother and sister, for us as we prepare to return the Torah to the ark, and I invite you to please rise. Please open the ark. Yehalelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskahav shemo levado, hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehila lechol chasidav, livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ki lecha tov natati lachem, torati al ta'azovu. Etz chaim hi lemachazikim ba, v'tomcheha meushar. Deracheha darchei noam, v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva. Chadesh, Chadesh Yamenu, Chadesh Yamenu, It's one of those rare services, but I must apologize to you, because since we're about to move into Aleinu, if you're able, I'm going to ask you to please stand once again on page 586 at the bottom. If it's too much standing, you're okay. But if not, 586 at the bottom, I invite you to please rise for Aleinu L'Shabeach as we begin our concluding prayers this afternoon. Aleinu L'Shabeach Adon HaKol, Latet Gedula Liotzer Breshit, Shelo Asanu Kegoye Haratzot, Velo Samanu Kemishvachot Adama, Shelo Sam Chelkenu Kahem, Vegor Aleinu Kechol Hamonam, Anachnu Korim, Umishachavim Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 591. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad. Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad. I will now ask you to please be seated. It is not for that long, but I thought I should warn you, but you may be seated for the moment. Before we can do our concluding, our closing song, and of course Havdalah to end our Shabbat and move into our week, and of course our celebration for Norah, we will first offer Kaddish for anyone who needs to say it. In our own community, we are thinking of Bruce London in the period of the 30 days, Shloshim, and we recall the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the passing of Shayla Fern, Aryeh Ginsburg, Joanne Oliver, Lottie E. August, Michael Stern, Katie Gold, Dorothy Bolnick, and Helen Levine. If at this time you are thinking of someone, you are in a period of mourning or recalling a yahrzeit and wish to join your prayers with the communities, I invite you to share their name aloud as my eyes meet yours, or if you're joining us on Zoom, to please put their names in the chat. We turn now to page 598 for the words of Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, and if it is your custom or you are in a period of mourning, I invite you to please rise on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, and I invite you to please be seated. I promise that's the last one for at least 3 minutes. Our concluding song this evening is on page 645. It speaks of a journey, similar to the journey that Norah is taking throughout her life, in which this is but one milepost. It's Lechilach.
to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi lach.
They're blessing you.
Lechi lach, and I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechi lach, to the place that I will show you. L'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, lechi lach. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi lach.
And now, before we can be finished, we will, of course, separate our Shabbat, which we have just finished enjoying, from our whole, from our week. It's my honor to invite up Heather Patillo, Aaron Theodore, and Amy Theodore to hold our ritual objects for the Havdalah. We're going to light this candle, indeed, indeed. Please come up, and actually we'll stand right up here. If you have a red and blue page from earlier, that has all the words for Havdalah on it. You might also know the words for Havdalah, and so I invite you to sing along.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen, borei peri hagafen, yalai
Tov, Shavua 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 Tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimera ve'amenu, Yavo Eleinu, Im Mashiach ben David, Im Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. And before we head to our celebration, one more time, I want everyone to say to Norah, Mazel Tov! Mazel Tov! Yasher Koach. Thank you all for joining us for this bat mitzvah. We'll see you next door.